surprised at how much people in Texas don't like the fold?
I was yesterday. I'm not today. Yeah.
Previously on YouTube's The Drawing Dead.
On my way to the airport. I'm on my way to Houston.
We both got demolished.
I like giving you some food, too.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
So breakfast in 2 hours.
Breakfast in 2 hours. Let's go get some shut-eye. So we will see you tomorrow. That's it.
Peace.
Saturday afternoon, round 2 in Houston, and I just woke up from a good nap after getting limited sleep last night.
That's out of frame. Yeah. That was pretty kind. God damn.
Thank you, sir.
Sometimes I get lucky and forget.
The beginning of this session was amazing. Everything I did just seemed to work, and my big starting hands flopped even bigger, and I dodged all sorts of straight and flush draw suck out attempts. Less than an hour into the session and I was already up $1,000. In a drastic change from what you saw last night, today I'm actually making hands, and they're actually holding up. So don't let that make you think that I've played anything well. I haven't. I've just been running super hot about 30 minutes into the session, maybe an hour. But I guarantee you I won't have that by the end of the night because you guys know me by now. This guy will probably take some of it. And then the rest of them will take the rest. So we're about an hour into this Saturday session at Texas Card House, and we're running like gangbusters, which is great because yesterday, not so good. Down, what, a little over 1,000 yesterday? And so far, 40 minutes of this game, I'm up, probably about the same. And although I'd love to tell you it was because I was outplaying people, it's because I've been picking up monster hands and they've been holding up. Flopping sets of 7s and 4-way pots and getting people to shove and miss draws, that's how you make money. And that's what I did. Having kings hold up. Flopping trips with ace-10. Having that work out. So far, so good. So far.
we go. Here we go. Let's see. Do you know what it is?
Look at this.
Careful. Careful. Oh no.
Look at that.
Justin Bieber.
That's gorgeous.
Concert used signed guitar.
What did you get when you got the second card? Eric just got one last week.
Is that the certificate of authentication?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm all in.
Slowly. Oh.
Get him, Mike. Please fucking get him.
It's up to him. Whatever you want to
Please
do.
fucking get him.
I don't care.
I have a flush.
What do you like to do?
Huh?
What do you like?
One's fine.
Please get there.
Twice?
Twice is fine. One more.
Good hit.
Queen 7, good hand. It's a good hand.
Chop it up.
Yeah, chop it up.
We're going twice?
Yeah.
I'll take it, but you're ridiculous.
Oh, you guys did go twice?
Yeah, I decided to go twice after he lost the first one. I love you, Mike. You know? I love you.
I like
Mike.
more now than I
Mike,
did.
look at me. Look at me.
I don't want to look in your eyes.
Mike, look at me.
Say that. No,
Look at
I
me.
won't say that.
I love you.
Here.
A real man can admit when he
Roll
loves
this
a
down
man.
to it. It sounds like I got more money.
$200.
I don't want to even. I'm stuck with it now.
Look what you did. So as you guys clearly saw, I destroyed rain delay in a pot. And you know what he did? He knocked over all my chips. You know why? Because he's a sore loser. That's why. He can't take it. He can't take that smoke.
Oh god, it's just sort of losing to you. It'd be fine with anybody else. You fucking asses. That's why.
A couple hands after that one with rain delay, a seat opened at the other end of the table and I decided to take it. I begin moving my chips from my current 3 seat into the 7 seat at the opposite end of the table. The dealer asks me, "Do you want me to deal you in down there?" To which I respond, "Yeah." The under the gun player opens for 25 and the action is now on me. The problem is I'm still at the other end of the table getting my chips together and haven't even seen my card yet. I call the $25 anyway. Action folds around to the button and he also calls. 3 of us to the flop and I am completely blind. The flop comes ace of spades, 2 of clubs, 3 of clubs, and the under the gun opener bets 40. And again, I call blind. You know what? I'm still nowhere near that end of the table. The button, however, is having none of this nonsense and raises to 140. The under the gun opener pretty quickly folds, and now the action is on me. Now I make my way to the other end of the table and decide to look at my cards for the first time. Pocket 9s. Wow. Well, that's better than I expected. It's $100 for me to call and the button has about 150 behind. Looking back at the board, I'm really only behind an ace. Bigger pocket pairs probably would have 3-bet pre-flop. There are also a number of draws out there that might make this move, and I've already seen this guy shove for $350 as a bluff earlier tonight with 10-7 of clubs. So I decided to move all in, which is essentially me betting $250. And he snap calls. Uh-oh. The turn comes another ace, which makes me feel a little bit better, but not nearly as good as that 9 on the river feels. He doesn't show, or at least I didn't see it if he did, and I win this sizable pot with a full house, playing 2 streets blind. Yeah, I'm running good.
$375.
Okay.
Not too long after rivering the nuts with ace-7 of hearts, I got into another slap fight with rain delay. In this hand, there's an early position open to 20, and I make it $80 to go with 2 red aces. A middle position player has called, and action is now on rain delay in the big blind. He decides to 4-bet to $315 with about $800 behind. I really tanked for a while on this one, kinda weighing the merits of just flatting or 5-betting him. Looking back at it now, a flat probably would have been a better play as he would have been out of position with only about a pot-sized bet left. However, my game time decision was just to move all in. I'd been making some pretty silly aggressive plays during this session and was hoping that move looked more like something ace-king or ace-queen suited would do. The 2 other players fold, as does rain delay. Later, he would tell me he had ace-10.
Get the fuck out of here! No, I cannot!
$307, $312. If these are stacked, then it's going to be $312.
Oh my god, this might be a sign.
Stop.
This might be a sign if Bieber comes on!
Oh man, how do you?
I don't know.
It's a sign from the Almighty One.
This would be it.
You gonna punk out from Bieber?
I know.
I shouldn't be saying that. Sorry. I couldn't help myself. But sorry.
Uh-oh.
I see you did that.
Uh-oh. Got the European $1,000 placards just at the table. Check.
It's $1,000 flat.
Is that flat?
And everything.
Yeah, those are the case.
Whoa!
Excuse me! Holy shit, Mr. Fancy.
It is mid-session update time. That's what time it is. We got some things to discuss. We got to discuss what he's doing.
Dude,
He's doing illegal things.
so annoyed. I can't. Hello. I can't hit a flop to save my fucking life.
All right, we're going to keep this mid-session update quick because this game is good, and I'm running good, and he's missing things, which makes me happy. It makes it easier for me. It makes it so much easier for me when he's not hitting things.
And you're hitting all the things?
And I'm hitting all the things.
Yeah.
But that's not really why we're here to, that's not why I brought you guys out here. Let me tell you what just happened. I'm playing my ass off in there. I'm playing A1 plus poker.
What did you just say?
I bought in for 500. I've run my stack up to, I don't know, $3,000 or so.
Probably more.
So rather than have a bunch of chips, you guys know me in the coloring up, I colored up. A natural color up to earn myself.
What is this natural talk? I don't know what is this natural.
I got a plaque. They got plaques for the $1,000 chips. I got a plaque. Naturally. You know what he did? Since you can buy into the big stack, he just went and bought two plaques.
Naturally.
He's got two. No, that's not natural.
It is natural.
No, that's not natural.
It's natural.
No. They know the difference. My audience is smart.
We are within nature in this universe. They have them, these physical carbon-based things that you can purchase, and I did it naturally.
He's got a bunch of chips in front of him, even though he hasn't hit hands, and he's got two plaques, both ill-gotten. We'll just call it that.
I don't think anyone else on the table has two plaques. Pretty sure I'm the only one with two plaques.
The two illegally ill-gotten plaques
spread those bad boys out.
that weren't earned properly. But the game is good. The game is actually pretty amazing.
Yes, it is.
Besides you, there's not a single other person on that table that I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. No, it's like really face up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's face up slash. Well, it's actually not that face up. There's a lot of button clicking too. When you get in, like, it's mostly like pre-flop button clicking. But once you get into the hand, it's really face up.
Yes.
You know what people are doing.
Yeah, it's pre-flop. It's
no one's like making moves.
It's playing like poker played in like 2010, where there was a bunch of pre-flop wars.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 and 6 bets and craziness.
Yesterday was 2006.
Yeah.
And this is 2010.
Yeah.
We're still back in time though.
So we're still here. I'm running good. You're not stuck or anything though, right?
Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, I haven't won any. The only hand I won was when I owned that guy with jacks. That was like the only hand that I really won. I'm probably stuck like 500 or 600.
So unfortunately, we're probably going to do a lot of explanation for some of the hands that have happened because I don't think I've captured much of anything.
Are you been recording?
I've been recording on and off, but none of the big hands. And I got a guy from ESPN is supposed to be heading up here to do some interview with me.
Whoa!
For ESPN.
Whoa, hold on. What?
Yeah, he'll be sitting at the table doing an interview with me in like 20-30 minutes.
What? What?
And I got a Bieber guitar. ESPN interview, plaques, Bieber guitars. That's what we're doing at Texas Card House. All right. Catch you guys later.
Jason Braddock with ESPN Houston 97.5, late hits with Patrick Creighton and Abdul Foster. Make sure to check out this next clip with our guy Jaman Burton, straight from Texas Card House in Houston.
Besides running like Postle, the God, one of the major adjustments I made this session after seeing what I saw the previous night was just not to push draws so hard. Pushing draws in a game where there is very little, if zero fold equity, is a quick way to lose a lot of money. This upcoming hand is a good example of that. The button straddles for 6, and 4 of us have just elected to call, including me in late position with 8-6 of clubs.
5 players.
In most games, I'm probably raising a good percentage of the time here, but in this game, why? They'll all most likely call, and I'll be in a world of hurt with 8 high versus 4 players. Let's just slow down a bit. I see a decent flop of ace 7-9 with 2 diamonds. Obviously, I'd prefer there to be at least 1 club there, but as is, this is a board I can continue with. The small blind leads for $15 and gets 3 callers. The 6 on the turn gives me a pair and a few more potential outs, but I still don't likely have the best hand here. The small blind leads out again, this time for $45, and gets called by the early position player. $45 for me to call and win about $190 plus future bets? Yeah, I call, as does the button. The river deuce of clubs is a complete brick, and I just give up when check 2. This is no game to try to magically conjure up a hand that the deuce improved. It gets checked around, and the small blind wins with just an ace.
Ideas of their own future.
Obviously, I'm back in the room. And I did something tonight that I haven't done in a long time. I forgot to wrap up the whole vlog and tell you guys how everything went. In the game for 500, out for 3,675, which I don't honestly know how much of it you saw. I know in the beginning of the session I wasn't recording a lot of hands, and I know I had a lot of big hands, so who knows how this whole thing turns out. So either way, a good session and a nice bounce back from yesterday's debacle. And I got a signed used in concert Justin Bieber guitar. Wow. But with that, I need to get some sleep, because tomorrow we do this whole thing all over again in Austin. So from Houston, Texas Card House, if you like the vlogs, hit the thumbs up icon, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll probably respond, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.
Close. It's a bad lighting to get the shadows.
You're a prima donna now?
No, but I mean, oh, like you don't do that.
Next time on YouTube's The Drawing Dead. 5 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and we have made it to Austin, Texas. I know the beginning of the session so either way, a good session. A nice bout. It's because I've been picking up monster hands and... So he's got 2 plaques, I got 1.
You know?